Yo, why do you do all this? What's the reason? Is it sheer competitiveness?
You like YouTube and everything?
Yeah.
I mean, what else is there to do in life?
Well said.
I mean, like that's what gets me up in the
very
morning,
good point.
and I love it. I mean, I just like.
But why though? But why? Is it the passion?
It's literally like, why did I start doing it when I was 13? And from 13 to 16, I worked like 1,000 days in a row, didn't make a single dollar. I love it.
Can you pinpoint why?
It's literally just like, it's not like I have to like motivate myself or something. It's just what I do. I just wake up and it just consumes me and I just can't stop. And I've never been able to stop. And if I stop, I get depressed.
What's the most satisfying part of the process for you? Is it a successful video? Is it the feedback from the audience? Is it being the best?
It's really everything.
Okay.
Like, it's like, I can't pin it to one thing. It's like being able to provide for my family, being able to employ my friends, being able to do crazy, cool stuff, having freedom, you know, the fame, the money, everything. Like,
all of it.
Everything that like I like all points towards just being a better goddamn YouTuber. And like, it just makes everything that I want better.
In a world that's changing so quickly, the biggest risk you can take is not taking any risk. And I really think that that's true, right? I mean, a lot of people I think that, you know, whenever it comes to, whenever you get yourself into a position where you have to make some big shift in direction or do something, you know, there are always people are going to point to the downside risks of that decision. And locally, they're maybe right? I mean, for any given decision that you're going to make, there's upside and downside. But in aggregate, if you are stagnant and you don't make those changes, then I think you're guaranteed to fail.
So what's the most expensive thing in the world? A closed mind.
But that's what everything, right? In life, people emulate the end result, not the process. The end result is what they see, and they emulate that. And it's like, you know, these free throws. Before Kobe scored that 61, that day.
You were there.
That day he was practicing. He practiced his whole life. Are you willing to put in that sort of commitment? Are you willing to practice your whole life? You know, Mayweather's running right now, probably.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Are you willing? Yeah, I'm sure you want to be on a jet and all that, but do you want to put in that work? That's what it takes for something great. That amount of time, that level of commitment. You know what I mean?
9 times out of 10, dude, we hold ourselves back. Do you know why? Because we will never outperform our own self-image. It'll never happen. Your self-image is holding you back. Your self-image is why you are where you are. The reason why is because you're getting what you're getting because you're doing what you're doing. You're doing what you're doing because you believe what you believe. And you believe what you believe because of the information you got. Let's reverse engineer that, removing all the freaking rocket science. Ready? You want to change what you're getting? Change what you're doing. How do you change what you're doing? You change what you believe. How do you change what you believe? You get new information. How do you get new information? Read a fucking book. Listen to a podcast. Jump on shit like this more often. Okay? Every day you should be seeking new information unintentionally. Like every day I'm seeking new information.
Let me ask you something. If someone prays for patience, you think God gives them patience? Or does he give them the opportunity to be patient? If they prayed for courage, does God give them courage, or does he give them opportunities to be courageous? If someone prayed for the family to be closer, do you think God zaps them with warm, fuzzy feelings? Or does he give them opportunities to love each other?
You will never succeed more than you fail. That's not how it works. You know why? Because failure is a wonderful teacher. It's the only way to learn. You have to fail. Failure is a part of the process to becoming successful. I tell people this all the time. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player in the world, he took 946 game-winning shots. 946 times since he was in high school, the ball has been in his hand to take the game-winning shot with no time on the clock. He has only made 146 of those. He has missed over 700 times, but he has made 146. You know what they write about? When you make it. They write about when you make it. So guess what? When you get through failing, all you gotta do is make one. Shit, who you know that gets it right all the time? That's impossible. You have to fail. Matter of fact, when you fail, be glad about it. Every time you fail, you one step closer.
The word that drives my life is actually context, not content. I talk so much about content. The reason I am successful at what I do and my companies are successful is because they're great at context, not just content. If you don't have context on the other person, if you're not deploying empathy for the other person, if you're not worried about them, then you have no shot.
You can't drive your car looking in the rearview mirror. You can't. If you keep looking in the rearview mirror, you're gonna keep crashing your car. There's a reason why the rearview mirror is this big and the windshield is this big. That's a reason for it. Because all the rearview mirror does is allows you to see what you've passed and to prevent what you've passed from coming up on you again. That's all the rearview mirror is for. The windshield is your future. It's where you're going.
You say you put your mind to something and then you can achieve it. And I think you have to keep, and you talk about this, growing and challenging yourself, because when you get to a place that you've accomplished something, it's really important to spread out and do different things and challenge yourself.
Constantly grow.
Yeah.
If we're not growing, we're slowly going down.
Yep, I agree.